people ask me where I get all my energy from the stage to the studio and to my desk. I am the energy god, and you can be one too.
You're listening to Adesope Live, the Afrobeats Podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another edition of Adesope Live, the official Afrobeats podcast, where we break down the hot topics of the culture, and sometimes I have a superstar guest in the building on a one-on-one conversation to get to know them better. First of all, we appreciate all the subscriptions, liking, comments, every love you're showing Afrobeat podcast on social media, increasing our support, our coverage. We say thank you. Keep those subscriptions going up. As always, this is brought to you by the Energy God Energy Drink. Drink and be yourself 1000%. Now, I'm in the studio with a guest all the way from the west side of Africa, the Gold Coast to be exact. Black Star representing. Ladies and gentlemen, from Accra, Ghana, is the superstar himself, my brother, Mr. Drew. My brother, this has been a long time coming. We should have had this conversation a long time ago. It looks like you're getting too much money out here in the streets.
Please don't come and give me pressure. I beg you. This one, big pressure. Yeah, but we're trying. Yeah.
How have you been? How has things been? This is a brand new year. Yeah. You know, how has 2023 treated you so far?
Okay, for me, the last time we met was last 2 years ago.
That was 2021. Ghana Party in the Park. You came to tear that place down. You know what I mean?
Then that's where I met you. And then from there, it's just been love. And I always appreciate your effort and then what you do for Afrobeats.
Appreciate it,
in general, yes. Things have been good.
Move close to the mic.
Yeah,
so
okay, cool.
We can hear you well.
Yeah, so things have been cool. I've been dropping bangers as usual. And this year, it started off quite rough, but God being so good, I'm still on the journey. And especially this year, I want to do something different. So I'm here on a different path, actually, to reach out, to connect with the people here in the UK and also other parts of the world. So I'm going not just the UK, but other parts of the world. So that's the whole idea, to reach out and then have a proper, reach into their minds and then let people know that there's a guy called Mr. Drew from Ghana. Yeah,
well, I like where you went there. There's a guy called Mr. Drew from Ghana. How would you introduce yourself to people that probably don't know who Mr. Drew is or what he does? Because I haven't touched that at all.
Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Drew is a singer-dancer from Ghana. I do high life and an Afrobeat. Yes.
Listen, my brother, let's take it back, since this is our first time having this conversation. Yeah. How did this journey begin for Mr. Drew? I know in Ghana, one of the major places and platforms for a lot of artists that have been successful in recent years has been via the television shows. Yeah. So, and you also were one of those. Speak to me about the beginnings.
Okay, so I started as a professional dancer. And I was doing a lot of dancing, performing for other artists. So I was usually a backup dancer for other artists.
Artists such as?
EL. Wow. I've danced for a couple of them. Legends like Ambule. I've danced for Guru. I mean, most of their music videos.
Wow.
There's Guru, Samba. I think I've done a couple of them.
Wow.
But yeah, at a point in time, I was like, I need to switch because I used to sing whilst rehearsal, right? And then my boys used to tell me, but you know what, you actually sound good. And I think that you can do. I kind of always knew that I could sing, but I wasn't really serious about it. I was always playing around. I could literally go to the studio to go record, but then I'd end up not doing anything. And then I'll come back home and then try and listen to other people's songs, and I'll be like songs that people haven't released by then. And then I had the producer play it to me. I'll be like, it's not me that I haven't even recorded anything yet. I'm trying to exactly. Yeah. So it was kind of mad, but somehow I find myself, the crazy thing. I got a heartbreak around I think when I was in tertiary school, I got a heartbreak, and I was thinking through, what am I going to do with my life now? I was very in love with this girl. You
No
understand?
way.
Yeah. And then she broke my. She was like, "We're not in we're not in a relationship. So why are you asking me? So is this a breakup?" Because
So she served you breakfast.
yeah. She told me because I asked her, "Is this a breakup?" And she was like, "There's nothing to break up from."
God damn it! And
Yeah.
how long did you think you were in a relationship with her?
Bro, like a whole 6 months. I thought that we were in a relationship. It was crazy. And I was like, wow. So it got to me and I didn't know what to do with my life, honestly. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do anything. And I started working out at a ghetto gym. Like, I started working out crazy. Then I saw an advert for a reality show, a musical reality show. That's MTN Hitmaker. And then I decided that, you know what? Probably if I get on this show, this girl will see me on TV all the time.
Wow.
And she's gonna, I'm gonna be in your face like 24/7.
I'm gonna make you regret this. I'm gonna make you regret this.
Yeah, so that actually pushed me to even take that step because I'd always wanted to do that, but I never had that vim. Yeah, so with all that pain and then what I was going through, I just decided to go audition, and then I got there. I was very popular with the dance by then, so I got there, and then people were like, "Wait, are you coming to dance for somebody at the audition?" I was like, no. I'm here to audition as well. So everybody was confused. Like, what's this guy doing? We know that he's a good dancer. Yeah, like, what are you doing here? So there were like thousands of people there. I auditioned. Final 100, I was there. And then people were just like, is this guy still here? Is he waiting for somebody? And then there was final 40, and I was still there.
Wow.
Yes. Then final 20 or 24, I was still there. And then like everybody was shocked. And I even ended up in the final 14, I almost won the show.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody who hadn't done music before, I won Best Performer like 3 times in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I almost came out first at the end of the show.
Wow.
Yeah. So from there, I got signed on to a music label, Highly Spiritual Music.
Yep.
CEO was Ace Kewa.
Kewa.
Yeah. Big sound engineer. Big shouts to him. And so from there, I think that's where my music journey started, and it's just been good.
And what was that like for the family? If you had already shown, dancing abilities in the past, first of all, even being a dancer back home in Ghana, Nigeria, Africa, people don't take that seriously. So talk to me about what the family's response to you going professional as a dancer was.
Bro, like when I started dancing, it wasn't even profitable. Unlike now. When I started dancing, I weren't making money from it. I was putting all my money. I actually used some of my school fees to shoot most of my dance videos, and it wasn't even bringing any money. You understand? Yeah, and nobody knows this. Like, bro,
we're telling my family right now.
Yeah. Sorry, but I used most of my school fees to pay for music videos, dance videos actually. Yeah. And then I quite remember one of the days. My rent, I was supposed to hostel money, hostel fee. Wow. I actually used everything to buy a camera.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I was home and my mom was like, "Won't you go to school?" I was like, "Oh, I'll go." So I had to find somewhere to like sleep, like the whole term. It was crazy, bro. I was bouncing up and down, moving from here to here, pitching. So it wasn't easy, but I think that they came to understand that once they were seeing me on TV. Dancing for other artists, I think that they came to understand and they started supporting. Big shout out to my mom. She's always so supportive of me, and she's a single, like a single parent. Mom. Yeah. So like she's always in support. So I think that for her, she took it very cool. Even when I didn't win, she was the one I was literally crying on stage, and she was the one that was like pushing me, like, "Yo, you can do this. Don't worry, everything." But I know that she was sad.
She still had to.
Yeah. She had to like tell me that everything was going to be fine. And then finally things are getting better. So
talk to me about being raised by a single mother, what was that like? Talk to me about that.
Honestly, I think that is one of the most special things you cannot like ever get. You get to like experience how hardworking and like they literally every a single parent would make everything possible. Like try and like they would go heaven and hell, like like they will do everything and make sure that you are okay. Yeah, and you could like literally tell from when they are, especially when probably their heads on it, they sit down and they think, and you're like, you can like tell.
the pain.
Yeah, you can see the pain. It's not easy. Yeah, I always like feel my mom is like a superhero because she used to wake up around 3 a.m., 2 a.m.
Wow.
to go to the market to sell food.
Wow.
Just to bring money home, and then for us to like get something in our pockets and everything.
And
So
how many siblings do you have?
so I have a little brother. I have stepbrothers as well, but I have one little brother and one half brother actually, and there's some stepbrothers too. And I have stepbrothers outside the country as well. But
Do you have a relationship with your dad? Or?
I do. It wasn't that
Easy.
great. Yeah, it wasn't that great for a couple of years. It was just recently that we started talking. And I think probably because, he heard that, his son was doing well. You know how it is.
Do you have resentment towards
Yes.
that?
Yes.
you
Till this day, I still do. I still do because I feel like he should be doing even more. Because my mom has done so much. You understand? And he needs to like come up and then do even more than. Because the woman try, like my mommy try. It's not easy. It's not to bring up like 2-3 boys. It's not easy.
And how does that affect you as a man? What does that make you want to become as a father that you felt you never had?
Honestly, everything that I missed about having a father, it's made me know that I have to be there in the future. Like I have to be there, especially like seeing my mom go through all that stress. And sometimes I sit down like, why does she wait? That is like even me. When I wake up around 3 a.m., I feel very cranky. I feel
It takes you about 45 minutes
bro,
or 1 hour.
you
to
wake
get
up around
yourself.
3 a.m. and then you're trying to figure out what
Facts,
to do and
facts.
headache, and so she did that for like 10 years
God
straight,
damn it.
back to back, and then she walks. You know the crazy thing, she has to walk like in the dark for 30 minutes before she gets a car. It's I don't know how she did it, but it just blows my mind every time.
Absolutely.
Like, you have to wake up at 3 a.m. every time, carry like food stuff from home.
Materials.
To the market. It's crazy. So for me, it's giving me like a different perspective to things, like being a man and making sure that you're there for your family, your offspring.
Absolutely.
Like you need to be there because Charlie, it's not that easy. Probably maybe my mom didn't give up, but then somebody else might give
Absolutely.
up. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
for me, it's giving me like a very different perspective.
Absolutely.
And then like giving women especially like that they have that strength, and then you have to always give them that respect. Like Charlie, if a woman says she's gonna take care of her own, it's a different feeling.
Facts. And now that Mr. Drew is shining and grinding, I hope you're taking care. Mom's enjoying a little bit of that.
Yeah. She is. And she's like, I need to bring her to the UK sometime.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
You deserve that, Mom. Straight
She
up.
is. Yeah. I'll do that. Hopefully,
Facts.
I'll do that.
Facts.
One of the days. I'll do
So,
that.
I know you were born in Accra, right?
Yeah, Accra.
Talk to me about your city, your neighborhood, where you grew up from, where the dance inspiration came from.
Okay,
Talk to me about
so I grew up in Accra, yes, but I lived with family members for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was just moving around family.
Yep.
Yeah, family homes. First, I was in Dansoman with my family members, and then, in Dansoman, we were neighbors with a superstar by then. He was called Nana King, and all the artists used to come to his place. So that's where my love for music started, because I kept hearing songs all the
close
time.
by.
Yeah, like when the artists pull up, they're in their cars, and then they're like playing loud
big
music, and then they're having fun, and then like all the kids used to like stand there and then watch them, and then observe, and then sometimes we just be dancing to their songs. Yeah, and then when usually he hosts like his own show in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
and then he calls the children on stage to dance. So I was always one of the children over there that were like on stage all the time dancing. And so from there so now you know where the dancing and then the love for the music came from.
Facts.
And then I moved to Kanishi. That's also a place in Accra. I lived with my grandma for a while, and then finally moved in with my mom in Malam, and that's why I schooled nursery, primary, and then I moved to secondary school, Achimota Senior High School, and then I moved to University of Ghana.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've been around.
Yeah.
Listen, like I said, a lot of people that I've met from Ghana, some of the hot young stars have come through these TV shows.
Yeah.
I met Sinaso. Obviously,
Sina.
you have Kwame Eugene.
I performed at the concerts.
This a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Ah, that's
It was
fantastic,
crazy.
man. I think she's an amazing singer. I think she's a beautiful soul.
True.
Incredible talent. So I was blown away by her. And I noticed that some of you guys that didn't come out of the show as winners actually went on to be winners in the industry as a whole.
True, that's true.
Why that? What exactly about the guys that didn't receive the first prize going on to become what you guys have become now? More resilient in the industry?
I really don't know. But for me, I think I just felt like I needed to go on. Like I needed to have some impact in the industry.
Facts.
You know, and once you don't win, I think that you get some kind of energy. I wouldn't say revenge, but
you just want to make it happen.
You just want to make it happen. If it didn't happen here, then it has to happen outside in the industry, like where everybody is like on the same platform, given the same opportunities, and then we'll see how things would go.
Facts.
And so for me, that's how I saw it, and I actually went for it. That's how I am. If I see something and I want it, I'd go for it. And that's the energy I'm always moving with.
The two key moments that really put a spotlight on you. One was when the big record with Rotimi that you had done like a remake, and that was pulled down on the internet. For me, whilst I was on radio at the time, you know, it was like big news.
Yeah.
And first of all, for a lot of us, people do remakes of records
Covers.
from Africa, covers in Africa all the time.
Yeah.
But it looked like in Ghana,
it was a different
vibe, and it looked like the negativity for the record to be pulled down was actually coming from Ghana.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that moment. What exactly you were doing, what had happened, and how it eventually became what it was.
Okay, so I think how do I put it? I love good music.
Yep.
Right? And so I heard Rotimi's song, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. I love it. Then I decided to do a cover. Like people always do covers.
Absolutely.
Right? So I decided to do a cover, and then I put just a little bit, a sneak peek of my version. Now people are doing that on TikTok. Is always like people even leave spaces in their
absolutely
songs
for people to do covers.
So I did that, and then I posted. I tagged Rotimi, and I was like, I asked my fans that, oh, should I release
It's
this?
a food.
Should I release this? And they were like, oh yeah, drop it. And then later, things happened, and I was able to get Stonebwoy on the song, on the cover. You understand?
Because it got a lot of attention.
Yeah. So down the line, Stonebwoy was able to do a verse on the cover.
On the cover.
On the cover. You understand?
Damn.
So that alone made it even crazier. And then somebody from Ghana sent I'd released the song, and then everybody was like talking about it. The song was in like, I think Ghana's top 100. It was at it was like literally climbing the thing. It was at number 2, number 3, next day number 2. And then the views were just coming in. So I was just there, and then somebody sent me something that, this is what somebody has done. So apparently a guy who I think he might have been a fan of another party or another nation, like a fan base, you know, there's a little
rivalry.
Yeah, so different
Oh.
fan bases, and then this one, that person like kind of reported the song to Rotimi, and then he made it look very
like you were trying to
yeah,
jack.
I was trying to like steal the song or something, because when you listen to the voice note that he sent, it was like, bro, go check, somebody's trying to steal your song, and he got a very big artist on it, one of the biggest artists in Ghana on the song. Bro, go check it out.
Damn.
You see, so that's how it looked. And from there, I think that Rotimi's team actually, you know,
Reached out.
yeah, they also approached it like that.
Yeah.
That it was an urgent issue.
So
and then,
just take it down.
Yeah. So everything got taken down. But by that time, the song was everywhere. So people, till date, people still have it on their phones. People still jam it all the time. It's one of the favorite verses that people like. One of the favorite verses from Stoneboy that people like.
People enjoy.
Yeah.
The energy was just right.
Yeah. Everything was.
When that went down though, and you found out the way it did go down, that, you know, it was somebody that had reported it, there was a little bit of negativity around that. How did that make you feel?
I was actually sad and stressed because the whole thing stressed me out. There was a lot of wrong blogs out there. People were like, oh, Mr. Drew steals, Mr. Drew. And then once these small blogs take it, it becomes a lot. Like, Mr. Drew steals.
Because
So
blogs copy other blogs.
Yeah.
People are not original with their content.
So I was like, wait, all these people didn't post about the song. They didn't post about the song when I was releasing it. Nothing. And then all of a sudden they're telling now Mr. Drew steals this. No, now you know about the song. Yeah. It made me feel kind of bad, and I'm like, wow. So negativity is what people want to dwell on. People want to sell.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't have to be like that. You understand? Yeah, it doesn't have to be like that. So I was kind of sad. And everything was going on. I was getting, like, anytime I post something, people are bashing me.
No way.
Yeah. I was stressed. I wouldn't say depressed. Well, a bit. I was kind of depressed a bit because you could tell.
Low.
You could tell from my face. And me, when I'm not okay, I kind of lose weight. Yeah, and then my face becomes very pale. So it shows physically, and I wasn't okay. I wasn't okay at all. Mentally, I wasn't in the right place, but I still had to make things right. So I had an interview with one of the media houses, and also that even put more fire in there, because now it made Stone look bad. Yeah, it made Stoneboy look bad as well. So I had to solve that.
You had to go and apologize to the brother.
Bro, I had to solve that. I had to speak to his fan base. It was a whole messy situation.
And Beam Nation don't play.
Yeah, they don't play. They were coming at me crazy. They say, yo, you say what's for them. Yo, you say what's for them. If we catch you. Yeah, I was getting threats and all. But
No way.
Yeah. So we had to like go to Stoneboy's house to see him.
Man.
You know, but he's a very cool.
Nah, that's a good brother,
Yeah,
man.
he's a good brother.
That's definitely a good
It was
brother.
like, bro, you know what? Forget. It's one of those things. Just
Absolutely.
forget about it.
Absolutely.
And we can always make good music. We can always make some music.
Facts.
Yeah. So I think that he even let it go, because even they made it look some kind of way to him.
Yes, they will.
So later when he heard the actual thing, he was like, but it's not really.
Yeah, that's
so-
usually what happens.
Yeah. So he also, let it go. It was stressful, bro. It was stressful.
That was the first thing that I heard. Like the first Mr. Drew thing was that. Like, boom. I'm like, bruh, this thing is crazy.
Yeah.
And then the next thing was watching the VGMA Awards, and you not only winning an award on that night as the best new artist, I believe it was.
Yeah.
But I had seen you perform where you would kind of walk through the stage, through the crowd, and so my friend and I, one of my closest friends, she's Ghanaian. Shout out to my sister Ricky Davis. So Ricky and I were commenting on the award show. So she's in America, I'm here, and we're watching the award show. Oh, did you see this? Did you see that? So whilst all of that was going on, I kept on saying, so who's this guy? Like, who's this guy? This guy, oh, she said, oh, that's Mr. Drew. I said, oh, that's him. And I saw the way you performed that night.
Yeah.
I think anybody like myself who was completely an outsider that was just watching it for information and entertainment purposes, your light shined that night.
Thank you.
Talk to me about that night, not only winning, but your reception to the way people reacted to the way you performed that night. I thought that was fantastic.
All right. So, well, for me, thank you. For me, I've always felt like people kind of doubted that I could do this. You understand? Because, oh, yeah, he's a dancer. He's always going to be a dancer. Like, he can't be one of us. You understand? That's how it felt. Because when I started the music and I left the dancing behind, I totally left dancing. I wasn't doing any dance videos, nothing. And I was just doing music. I had comments like, Charlie, you no go stop, then go do the dance. You no go stop, then go do the dance. You no go stop. Charlie, you for stick for them or you for stick. Yeah, just do the dance. Just do it and go. So for me, I've always wanted to prove people wrong. You understand? And I had even, this was after the Rotimi thing. Yeah, I had dropped a couple of bangers even after that.
Yeah.
And then it was my final, like my time to finally like perform.
Show yourself.
Yeah. So there was kind of like a prize on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It felt like that. I'm so happy that you're saying that.
Yeah.
Because it was impossible to have watched that award night and not recognize, like, this brother is mad talented and this guy is incredible. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah, and it felt like you had something to prove.
Yeah. I had something to prove. And on that night, I made it very known that, one of the best performers in Ghana, if you're looking for one of the best performers who's capable, one of the young performers, Mr. Drew is the guy that I need to look for. So I think that night, before that, I had gotten a call that, I'd gotten a call to
tell you that you're gonna perform.
I was gonna be performing and that if I was available. I was like, oh yeah. So I started planning. I started thinking of what to do, the concept and everything. I spoke to the organizers and we came up with something. We shot a pre video. Pre-performance.
To introduce you
exactly.
It
was like a whole zombie
crazy.
scene idea, and then it transitioned into onto the stage.
Facts.
Yeah, and then I was dancing with my zombie backup dancers and everything, performing, and it was I really enjoyed that performance.
As a singer coming from Ghana and Africa, basically, and also dancing, there are not that many singers that dance the way you do, that perform the way you do.
True.
So who in Africa were kind of the people you looked up to, and maybe even beyond, as singers that do what you do?
In Africa, I always looked up to Slim Basta, Terry Bonchaka. Yes. P Square.
Always.
Yeah. So I think this FBS as well. Yeah. So these four people because they always incorporated dance into their art.
Yep.
Slim Basta, Terry Bonchaka, P Square, and then FBS. These people, I always had to sit down and watch all their performances. Like, damn, that's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And they were doing it. They weren't like trying to do it. They were doing it.
Down.
Yeah, they were doing it. So big shout outs to all of them. Absolutely. They are all legends. And I think I've gotten to work with FBS. I haven't worked with Slim. I haven't worked with P Square. I would love to work with P Square.
We can make that connect. Yeah. We can make that connect.
Unfortunately, Terry Bonchaka is with us anymore. So, may so rest in peace. But these are the people that I looked up to in Africa.
You dropped your debut album.
Yeah.
You had, solid features on that. You had Rebecca from Nigeria. You had,
Shay.
Shay. You had a couple features on the debut album. And then you obviously came into the UK. You've come in and out.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mentioned your performance at the
Ghana
Party in the Park. That was another incredible one.
Thank you.
This is 2023. You started during the interview that you had a rough start.
Yeah.
Rough start is that you separated with your management.
Yeah. I did.
That's a tough one. You know, I know your manager's been out, you know, saying that there were, of course, creative differences. You felt you wanted to go a different way. You wanted to become a boss and start making decisions yourself. And we already know all those artists, once they start getting money, they don't listen to anybody again. What is it? Why did you think it was time to make a change? And what made you say, okay, I'm going a separate way?
Okay, so you know, sometimes you're with people and then they're just there to just help you to the next level.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the whole situation. That was the whole situation, just to help you to the next level and then let you do your thing. And that was all about it.
Do you think, as a musician who is a writer, you know, a dancer, a creative, who loves his art, do you think you have the capabilities to also wear the hat of a manager and management to make certain decisions? Because sometimes a manager, an outside body, sees a bigger view. Than and as a musician, you are a company. You need a CEO.
True.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be you.
True. No, I can't do the managing myself. I can't do all that. There's a business part to it, and I can't do it all by myself. So definitely, I'm gonna need all these bodies or all these personalities to be there, to be present. Because at the end of the day, I'm a product, right? And then somebody has to be in charge of the product, and then control the direction of where the product needs to go to. So I don't feel like I can do it myself. Yeah, that's not the whole. If you think like that, then you're losing. You understand? You need people on board, people that can step back and say, you're going in the wrong direction. We should go this way. Yeah. So for me, I have a very different mindset about, you know, heading your own thing. Even though you want to do your own thing, at the end of the day, you need people around you that can tell you, this is not working. Let's change it to this. Okay, I feel like what you posted is not good. Take it off.
Let's do something else.
Yeah.
What about what your ex-manager had said on 3 Music? Shout outs to our people at 3 Music. What were your thoughts about what he said about the fact that you went different ways?
For that, I wouldn't want to comment about it, honestly. Yeah, like I've always left that side, and I wouldn't want to say
anything to rumble.
Yeah,
I think that's a smart move.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like how it's been.
like that.
Yeah, just calm. I like it like that.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
Listen, 2023, you've talked about coming into the UK. You've dropped an album. What will be, like I said to you earlier on, that now touring the world is also an encouragement to release more music. So are you planning another project, or are you just going to be sticking to singles for now?
Okay, so initially I had planned to release an EP.
Yep.
But I would hold on to that and then try and release more singles whilst I work on a heavier EP. And then work with more producers, work with more people.
Just to expand the sound.
Exactly.
I
Because
like that.
being here, I thought of a whole lot of new things, and I feel like, I need to go back to the drawing board, expand, get more heavy things on there instead of the one that I already have from songs that I had like months ago. I feel like I can do more now. I can work with other producers now. I could reach out to people now. I could reach out to even more people now. You know, using the little connects that I have here and there. So yeah, that's why I'm holding on to the EP. And then later, last 2 years I had my concert in Ghana. Last year I had my concert in Ghana. So that's an annual concert, and it was huge. It had
always
all,
come out. Everybody shows up for you, comes on stage. I see that.
Yeah, it was crazy. So this year, hopefully, like I said, I'm trying to do a tour, and UK in particular, I want to do something special. Yeah, special. Even if it's just 100 people, 50 people, it has to
start.
it has to make sense.
Let's make it work.
Yeah,
We're here. I think your music is fantastic. I think you're
you.
an incredible performer. You're representing Africa, specifically Ghana, the right way. And we want to see a lot more of you. You know, you guys here in the UK. Finally, before you go, who are some of the Ghanaian artists and entertainers that you enjoy right now that are doing amazing things in the world?
Okay, so wow. Right now I enjoy Kiddy. I enjoy Last Mid, Creamy, Sina Soul, Walasi, Kidochi.
Wow.
There's a whole lot of
Mixture.
bro.
It's a mixture of Afrobeats and
Afrobeat
a little bit
alternate,
of rap, alternative, and then high life.
Yeah, like there's Titi Owusu. There's sorry if I don't mention your name.
Don't worry. You've already mentioned a lot. You introduced your brand of music as Afrobeats and high life.
Yeah.
How important is high life to Afrobeats and to African pop music?
Bro, I feel like high life is the main ingredient before you move to anything else. That's like the base. Yeah, that's the base. Then you can mix with other things. Then you can get something new. You need to know. Even everybody that does Afrobeat has an idea about high life.
Facts.
Yeah, and some of the melodies they would actually sing is a high life kind of melody.
Yep.
Every time the ka is always in our songs.
Yep.
Most of the Afrobeat songs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I feel like the high life is a base, and from the base we have, all these sounds coming from the high life. So high life is very essential, very important. And as an artist coming from Africa, you grow up listening to high life every time.
So you have to carry along.
Yeah. Naturally, it's been imprinted in your head.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's there. High life is there. You can't do away with high life. It's in the head. Yeah, man. It's in the blood.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Listen, man. My brother, it's our first conversation, first of many, and I'm excited to see what happens going forward.
Definitely.
You've promised us a show in the UK, so we're already looking forward to that.
Yeah, during the summer. So I'm coming back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my brother, all the way from the Gold Coast of Africa, west side of Africa, Ghana to be exact, Accra native. It's Mr. Drew.
I'm on team. We outside.
We outside. Keep it locked until next time, man.